Good afternoon, my friends. This is Michael Green with Inspector USA, your neighborhood home inspector. Back with another segment of our Home Inspection One-on-One series. Today I wanted to talk to you about choosing a home inspector. A lot of people have different ways of finding or choosing a home inspector when they are in the process of buying a house. They either take a referral from their realtor or from a friend or a relative. They go online, do a Google search, maybe go to Yelp or Angie's List or one of those services online. So how do you know who's good and who's not? Well, there are reviews online, but I want to caution you about putting too much faith in those reviews, because there are people out there that get their kicks out of just going to business websites and Facebook pages and Yelp pages and just giving negative reviews. People that have never even done business with that particular business. I've had several of those on our Facebook page. That they just come and give you a 1 star for no reason. They think it's funny. So you want to be careful that those reviews are not necessarily accurate. And then you have the services like Angie's List and Yelp and all of those. What they don't tell you a lot with those is that they actually, businesses actually pay to be at the top of those lists. You have to pay a subscription fee. So you want to be careful with that as well. The best way to find a good inspector is to get yourself a list, make you up a list, or get a list from your agent, and just start going down the list and calling and talking with the people. Find out, ask some questions about their service. How long have you actually been in the home inspection business? That's an important question. In Kentucky, becoming a licensed home inspector is fairly easy. You simply go through a week-long class, take a test. There is no apprenticeship requirement, no experience required. You pass that class and pass that test, you can get your license as a home inspector, and really you've never done a home inspection. So you want to be careful. You want to make sure that you're getting someone with some experience. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody has to start somewhere. And there are good inspectors who are just recently got into business. Maybe they've got other experience that help them in this business. But you've got to sort of seek that information out. You've got to find that for yourself. So you want to look for someone who has significant experience in this business. Now, being a builder helps, but that's not sufficient to be a home inspector, because doing a home inspection is entirely different from building a house. Be cautious too. When people say, well, I was a contractor for 20 years. Now I'm a home inspector. Well, what kind of contractor were you? Were you a general contractor? Did you build the houses, oversee the construction of houses? Or were you something like maybe a concrete contractor where you pour driveways? Again, it matters. So you want to be careful to check out their experience, check out their affiliations, certifications. Now, there's a difference between a license and a certification. A license is issued by a state government that gives us permission to operate our businesses in the state of Kentucky. It is not a certification. A certification is issued by an organization such as, in my case, I've got several, but I'm a member of the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. And that only goes to people that have met certain requirements. Continuing education, testing, experience. I'm also a Certified Master Inspector through the Certified Master Inspectors Board, and that requires significantly more experience and knowledge. So you want to check on that, check on experiences, check on other types of licenses that they might have. I mean, somebody could be, in my case, I'm a licensed pest control operator as well. could also, someone could be a licensed HVAC technician. Oh, that's great. I mean, you want to find out about those things. You want to find out, okay, what kind of report am I going to get? Am I going to get a one-page handwritten report delivered there, handed to me, or something that's 3 or 4 pages that's emailed to me? After you're through, what kind of report am I actually going to get? Now, a home inspection report, the requirements are dictated by the standards, and it's supposed to meet certain standards in the state of Kentucky in order to be acceptable. So you want to be careful. When are you going to get your report? Are they going to deliver it immediately, or are you going to have to wait for it for several days? That's another good question. What happens if the inspector misses something? What's his policy? A lot of people say, well, are you insured? Do you have E&O insurance? E&O insurance is a waste of time for most consumers. And I'll tell you why. Because if you're not willing to get an attorney and sue them, in most cases, you're not going to get anything out of an E&O insurance company. And most inspections, inspectors are going to say, okay, well, I'll give you your money back, if I miss something. Well, that doesn't necessarily fix it. So you may want to look for someone or for a company that's going to stand behind their work with warranties and guarantees. That will pay without you having to go to court to get it. So that's important too. You want to make sure that you're protected there. You want to also look for somebody who can provide additional services that you might need, such as termite inspections, pest inspections, radon testing, mold testing, things like that may come up that you need that. You want to look at maybe getting that, and maybe, are any of those included with the home inspection? Or do you have to pay extra for those? A lot of guys out there, they basically give you a bare bones, this is a home inspection. There you go, pay me, and we're done. Well, is that value for your money? Or they're not giving you any type of warranties or guarantees. They're not providing you any additional services. It's just, here's your home inspection, and we're done. Pay me. Well, a lot of times you might want to look around and say, okay, what else? Where can I find a better value for my money, where I'm getting more for my money? Shop around. Never take the first one. I don't care if it's me. I'm first on the list. But shop around. You might find a better deal than me. Go for it. I want you to get the best inspection you can get for your money. And that's the question we hear all the time. Well, how much you charge for a home inspection? Well, that's probably not the first question you should ask. It's important. I understand, we live in tight times, and everybody wants the most they can get for their money, and they want to pay the least amount they can get by with. But in home inspections, it's like in life, you get what you pay for. So be careful with going with the cheap Charlie type inspections, because that's about what you'll get. You'll get what you pay for. So, well, that's it for this one. I hope it has been helpful. If there's any questions I can answer for you, please give me a call. Again, I'm Michael Green with Inspector USA, your neighborhood home inspector. My number is 859-420-4872, and our website is www.inspectorusa.com. If we can help you, give us a call. Have a great day.